Folks, what's going on? HeirofCarthage, and I had an idea for a series of videos we could do. Now, I don't know exactly how this will work yet. I feel it out a little bit as we go, but this was kind of the idea. We pick an either really fun or really insane scenario in the Immortal Empires campaign. I show it to you, show you all the settings. I play it, we see how it goes. You know, does it meet the expectations of fun that we thought? Does it meet the expectations of difficulty that we thought? And then you all could try it with me over the course of like a week or so. So like you look at it, you go play it on your game, and then come back in the comments and share with me some of the experiences that you had in that campaign. And, you know, even if we may get the opportunity, we may even be able to set it up to where you all could put a save game file out there for me on my Discord, and I could even load some of them up in a follow-up video and show people what you all faced in your campaigns and how it turned out. Anyway, I figured this first one would be kind of fun. I'm going to call it Skulls for the Skull Throne, and for obvious reason. We pick Khorne, we play a Skarbrand, gathering skulls for Khorne, and basically we turn the whole world against us. I'm going to put it on Legendary difficulty. I'm going to put the Battle difficulty on Very Hard. I pulled the in-game scenario back to turn 10, with the range up to 20, which is as low as I can make it. I enabled every freaking in-game scenario there is, with no diplomacy. So folks, there will be skulls. The question is whether it will be my skull getting taken off by the enemy, or it will be us taking the skull of tens of thousands of enemies on the battlefield. Let's go give it a shot, folks. Skulls for the Skull Throne. I'll see you there. Yeah, Khorne commands it. Alright, so let's get things going. I actually have not played a campaign of Skarbrand. So we got Skulls for the Throne here, apparently. And it says, any kills in battle will supply you with skulls. They can be collected from skull piles dropped by other factions. Consume them when occupying settlements and technology. Okay, alright, so Skulls for the Throne. In fact, I should probably pull back up that how they play thing here real quick just to make sure, because it has been a heck of a long time since I've done this. Alright, so harvest skulls throughout your campaign to expand and advance your faction, or to send to the Skull Throne in return for powerful temporary effects. Okay, sweet. So skulls are kind of like a faction currency. Send your forces into multiple successive battles to progress through bloodletting levels and accumulate bonuses. And then raise conquered settlements to summon temporary demonic armies, spread destruction in partially owned provinces for a chance to occupy them automatically. Interesting. Ensure the spread of Khorne corruption aids his participation in the Great Game. And unlock holy manifestations. Unholy manifestations. Okay. So basically we get the unholy manifestations here. So this one, like for instance, says summons a small hostile army that will attack the target army immediately. So that's kind of cool. We can hang on to that. And let's see. Let's go to our technology. So it requires skulls. Right now we have 5,000. We can go ahead and start spending some of this. Let's see if we can find campaign movement range. It kind of makes sense. That's usually a good start. And then we get these ones from post-battle loot and stuff like that, because that's probably where most of our money is going to come. Upkeep drops. Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff here. Some pretty good stuff. So let's do serial killing here. And he's not talking about stabbing a box of Cheerios. Alright. This is going to be Skulls. McSkull. Skull Daddy. Just because I can, folks. Just because I can, and you can't stop me. Alright, let's go see if we can fight Sneak Armbreaker here. I will see you all on the battle map. Man, I'll tell you what, it's been a while. I mean, I do have some Khorne troops in my Patchy campaign, but these Khorne warriors, they gotta lay off the blood and maybe start getting some Gatorade or something and working those muscles. I guess all that armor just really makes it difficult for them to get around. Holy crap, they are slow. Alright, so we are on the battlefield. We got Scar Daddy here. And he's going to be heading in to make us proud. I'm going to use him as a tool here to kind of go in and start tanking all the initial damage. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. You know, we'll see. May not be a good plan ultimately. I mean, wouldn't be the first time I've made a bad plan. And probably won't be the last time. Alright, so let's get these skulls for the Skull Throne campaign rolling here. Alright, Skarbrand's going to come in. He takes some initial salvos from the archers. I'm going to push through into those archers and also engage Or at least engage the archers. If Sneak wants to come over here, that's fine too. Rampage affects all allies. Okay, so I got the Blood Reaper rolling in to help out as well. Yeah, Skarbrand, oh my gosh. Boy, you can tell it's on Legendary. Look at this. Skarbrand is getting his face chewed off by just some simple greenskins. Ugh, this is why I don't typically like playing on the Legendary settings, because honestly, they're kind of stupid. But, you know, it's what we chose to do. I don't want to fight these guys, because I need reinforcements over here. And let's bring the hounds in. Alright, well, Skarbrand got pretty savagely beat down at first. He's kind of settling in at the moment. And let's see. There we go, we rampaged their troops, so they're going to lose control. Hopefully all those troops will rampage, and then we can charge them in the back. Let's go ahead and get a charge off there. Okay, we beat that infantry. Let's get our bloodletters and collapse in on the back of this. Alright, Skarbrand's going to tank it out. He took a lot of damage at first, but he's going to tank it out and start collecting some skulls. And then his bloodletters are going to be some really powerful units here as well. Oh my gosh, man, this unit is getting crumped on pretty hard. Let's see if we can help finish things off. Yep, so started off sideways, turn in our direction, and we should be good here to kind of finish these guys off. There we go. So those army abilities were pretty handy. Got the extra attack when we needed it. Skarbrand rampaging all the units straight into himself, pretty handy there as well. Allowed me to get some flanking charges and kind of finish things up. And let's see, where's the old doggos here? Let's use our dogs, see if we can chase down these boars. Start running down some of these units. I don't know if we can catch them all. Try and kill their lord. Just want to make sure I don't have to fight these guys again on the very next turn, because you know how auto-resolve and stuff is. See you back on the map. Alrighty, folks. So there's our first skulls for the throne, 314. I mean, that's a nice footstool, maybe armrest for the throne. We're gonna have to do a lot more than that, right? So there we go. Got some loot. We can get some we can get even more loot. We can replenish a little bit. Honestly, I think I'll take. It's not much replenishment. Let's just take the loot, or we could take the skulls. I mean, this is skulls for the throne, so let's take the skulls. Alright, so there we go. Got some greenskin skulls to add to our collection. We picked up the Rock of Inevitability here, which is a hex. That's a pretty nice hex. And we killed Sneak Armbreaker. Let's go take a look at our abilities here. Since we are playing on really high difficulty, there's a couple of ways we could go. I think Route Marcher is always good to get extra campaign movement, but I also want to improve our the melee attack of our units, and I'm trying to think here. So armor, chosen, chaos warriors. So this one gives us armor and melee defense. This one gives ludicrous attack and charge for the lightly armor units. So yeah, we'll want to do that. Doesn't have to be done right away though. So let's go and get Route Marcher, because the extra campaign movement range can come in handy sometimes. And then let's go over here to skulls. McSkull, our Skull Daddy. We're going to, again, increase the mobility, so that's another 5% movement. So you can see that's adding up. It actually makes it where we can get close to reaching this settlement here, which is what we want. Because we want to keep things moving and keep our bloodletting up. I don't even think we... Yeah, we do have our own. Death Gorge is kind of our base back here. What do we... Yeah, we got a couple of buildings that can be built anywhere... Tier 3, but that's the case with all of our basic military, advanced military. So we have options what to build up here. Income generated defensive supplies. So it's the same income, same defensive supplies. Can be converted into a bastion. Trying to make sure I understand the difference between these real quick. So this one drops recruitment cost, gives us more recruitment capacity. This one spreads corruption and drops the cost for infrastructure and buildings. So you basically want to build this one if you plan to do basically everything other than recruiting, whereas this one would be good for recruiting. But I mean, you typically do like to do a lot of recruiting, so I don't know. Interesting to kind of see that tree. I'm gonna have to think through that. Would be nice to be able to recruit some Marauder Horsemen throwing axes, so I do want to go ahead and build this building. And then let's take a look. I went ahead and pushed further into enemy territory. We can't quite reach the enemies. Fortunately, though, we're still replenishing even off an enemy territory, though, so that's cool. I'm down with that. I'm going to save that Unholy Manifestation. There's probably a moment where it'll come in handy here. We're doing our research, so we can go ahead and end our turn. First turn over. Few skulls collected, but we're gonna need a lot more than that to make Khorne happy. Old Skarbrand. What do you all think of Warhammer 3 so far? So I know I asked you all to go start playing it, and I hope to see your comments on what you're playing and how you're enjoying this challenge as well. But is there a certain way of playing Warhammer 3 that you all have found? Like, are there certain settings that you like to do with the end games? Do you prefer to turn them off? Do you like playing on the very hard battle? Do you like playing on normal battle? What do you think of the changes in the last patch? Like, is the AI seeming more, are they seeming more capable at times? So I'm just curious what y'all are seeing and what you're thinking. We could do Skulls for the Throne. Blooded. Summons a blood host. This army cannot recruit or exchange units with other armies. Will take damage over time, but its survival can be extended by fighting battles. I kind of need some settlements though too. I forgot to see if this was still in our same province. Let's just do the blooded. Have a little fun here. Yeah, that was in our settlement here. Let's send these guys off over here. Well, they don't have a lot of turns to make it over there. We hunt. We got two directions we can pick, essentially. So we could either send them north. It is less turns, and they don't last as long, so maybe I'll send them north. And I'll go ahead and start swinging west with this army. Okay, yeah, we'll work it that way. We'll work it that way. We got another skill point here. Wow, we can already up our casualty replenishment rate. Let's do that. I like being able to replenish. Nothing I can really recruit here, because I'm not in my own territory, which, you know, we would have had we occupied it. We'll see whether that ended up being a mistake or not. Hopefully not. Let's see, go ahead and start the upgrade tree there, and let's end a turn. See where we get to. Yeah, because I'm curious what you all are playing, what you're into. For me, I kind of like cranking up the difficulty to either legendary or very hard in terms of campaign difficulty, and I like usually keeping the battle difficulty on normal, because then it's like balanced, it kind of makes sense. And then of course, like if I get into a late game and I feel like I'm just rolling every battle, you can always turn the battle difficulty up later. And, you know, go ahead and keep making it harder. That's kind of weird. There's only 4 turns that it's going to be around, and it counts that first turn. And then, yeah, I don't know. And then, like, again, with CA here on these maps, like, there's just such weird movement times. Like, sometimes it takes so long to move between settlements on the map. Like, it's just almost awkward. Like, I kill this settlement, and then it backs me up over here after I do that, which is stupid, right? Why not just start me right here on top? So it backs me up, then I have to walk across, and then I probably won't be able to get to this one or the next one. So again, it's going to take me like 3 turns to get to the next settlement. I feel like that's one of the things that's kind of irking me about Immortal Empires right now, is that the movement just sometimes feels like it prolongs turn ending. Like it's like a turn ending simulator sometimes while you're moving, rather than helping me get into action faster. Maybe you could solve that by adding in more things that help extend campaign movement range so that CA doesn't really have to reshuffle the map, but you still end up with plenty of challenges. So I don't know, maybe that's an option. I'm going to push through here so we can be in a little bit closer position to Floating Village there. And then let's get Skarbrand. I think I'm going to move in here and start some raiding, actually, so we can earn some extra cash. Combat Trials gains us Winds of Magic. And there's some raiding. I know we won't make a whole lot of money doing this, but so we come into battle winded. It's no big deal. Let's do some raiding. Skulls for the throne. Oh yeah, there's an enemy army right there. You zog off. We could do. Army must be selected. Hang on. So summons a small hostile army that will attack the target army immediately. So we, oh, okay, so it's to help our bloodletting stay high. Okay, I was thinking it was maybe something for us to use to attack other armies with. I got it. That makes sense, because you got to keep your bloodletting high whenever you're playing this Khorne. So we're making almost no money, which makes sense, because, you know, playing as a Chaos faction. They're not really powerhouses, and I think it's supposed to encourage you to go get your money from raiding and attacking and stuff like that, which is what we're going to attempt to do. What we shall attempt to do. I'm trying to remember how it works with the opportunity for, like, when you raise things, there's a chance that it becomes settled later on. I can't remember. It's been a long time again. I'm going to have to go read that, make sure I understand how it plays. We're going to get ourselves a good victory here. Alright, so more skulls for the throne. Another 497 skulls that we put together for Khorne's throne. Raise a settlement, perform blood rites to summon reinforcements. Let's try it, see what happens. Well, we can get a ton of skulls for the throne, but let's see if this is that. Oh yeah. See, look, put another army here. Can these two? I don't think either of these armies can join each other, but we can kind of keep like just rolling that way. So I think Loading Village, Morgheim. I don't know where Morgheim is even at. These other ones aren't even visible to me. So that gave this army now more time to be alive. I don't think they can really replenish or anything, but we can start rolling these armies. This one started with almost no time. We can roll them forward and just attack somewhere else. Do our best to cause trouble and mayhem. Alright. Gorgazon. That army ran into Gorgazon. And let's see, what does the map look like here? It says we're going to be defeated. We very well might, because I don't have any more troops at the moment. But, you know what? No pain, no gain, right? Skulls for the Skull Throne. How could I win this? I mean, they just massively outnumber me. Dealing with the archers would be really difficult. Trying to figure out how we take this one. Feel like maybe break that siege, because that's just going to be kind of a pointless waste of time. And then I'm going to need to maybe hit an ambush stance, but I need to step back far enough. I don't know if this will work. I'm going to hit an ambush stance, see if those guys will pop out. If they do attack me, they may get their reinforcements, but if we ambush them, maybe not. So I'll see if we can pick them off that way. Let's end our turn. I really needed to have recruited more units before we ran off, but I was out of my territory and couldn't quite get it, because we definitely need a few more units to make sure this army can handle the difficulty setting, because I would feel pretty confident we could probably go in and win that fight on normal battle difficulty. But you all saw what happened to Skarbrand in the last one. It's obviously giving some massive cheats for the enemy in terms of leadership and defensive stats and stuff like that. Oh, they left their settlement wide open. What a bunch of numbskulls. So they ran off somewhere else. Thanks for the settlement, suckers. It worked. Not exactly the way that I had envisioned, but it worked. And I'm gonna kind of blood this settlement up too. Okay, that gave us another army. This will help protect us. So Gorgazon is down. I wonder where those enemy troops came from. Probably up here? Yeah, Top Knots have another settlement to the north of us. And then let's see what it's calling. Gorgazon, it's idle, Kimri down here. Okay, so probably to the north of us is where that army went. And can we get into stance here? I gotta pull some units in from the recruiting pool. Bloodletters are gonna really be pretty critical. We've also got access to Marauder Horsemen now. We're losing quite a bit of money. Is that from the upkeep from those other armies? Do we have to pay upkeep on these guys? We probably do. I think we're paying upkeep on these units, and that's probably why it's hitting me so hard. Okay, I didn't realize we had to pay upkeep on those units. Kind of sucks, but, you know, at least now we know. Oh, they have a couple of skull cannons. That's going to be pretty fun. Alright, well, let's go ahead and let's grab some reinforcements here. Marauders of Khorne would be pretty good against Savage Orcs. They have terrible defense, but they got decent weapon strength and attack and charge bonus. It'd be a nice way to bolster our ranks for fairly cheap, and then we can throw one more Bloodletter in there. And there's some other units that I'd like to get as well, but, you know, we are fairly low on options here. Let's do Rage Within. And let's end this turn after we get our skill points here. I'm going to be able to replenish our army as quickly as possible so that we can be in combat pretty much non-stop. And let's see here. Got maim, weapon strength, defense, and weapon strength. Probably where we want to go. Start buffing that. Let's end our turn. Alright, we've got our reinforcements heading off to go pick a fight elsewhere. Those vampires might be a fun target to just suicide our troops into. Of course, that might goad the vampires into fighting me before I'm really ready to do so. This is about skulls for the throne, though, folks. And I see skulls. They may be undead skulls, but looks like skulls to me. Looks like skulls to me. Plus, we're paying upkeep on these armies, and we don't want to really hold on to them forever. Okay, that vampire moved back towards Floating Village. I think I'm just going to attack them. They're close. My troops are falling apart anyway. So we're going to want to just get it done. Let's move these guys up in range. Let's bring the pain. Declare war. I mean, we are Khorne, and we're going to be declaring war on a lot of people, so this seems pretty natural. Oh my, Crypt Horrors. That is just absolutely brutal. That is so many Crypt Horrors. Like, CA, please. I mean, the number of Crypt Horrors. Let's just see what happens when we fight it. I'm curious. The battle's about to get underway. I expect to lose pretty massively. I don't know how else this could possibly, you know, do any different. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to take kind of a long shot opportunity here, though. I'm going to move my leaders and my Exalted Bloodletters out to one of my flanks here. And I'm going to see if I can, like, maybe get some quick leader kills on them. I'm guessing we probably won't, and they'll probably get reinforced by the Crypt Horrors here. I'm rolling in 2 lines as well. Love to get the AI to kind of overcommit some of their troops here. They're acting kind of strange here, to be honest. Oh gosh, we're gonna get charged by a Vargulf. Not exactly what I want right here. I don't know why that Vargulf's coming to single out on me like that. It's kind of strange. He's gonna be hard to kill. Let's maybe see if we can break the charge of those horrors. Not ideal. Very odd to see how the AI is engaging me here. I was kind of hoping they'd bring their leaders up because I wanted a chance to snipe them, but they're really not even coming into engagement with me, which is honestly kind of strange. I need to keep this little blood shrine alive, keep it away from Crypt Horrors if possible, and like, because it's encouraging nearby units. Okay, there comes their leadership. Let's roll over. We're massively outnumbered here, which is going to make things challenging. Alright, gotta fight. We did get the Vargulf pretty good. Throw the Exalted Bloodletters in there, and then let's see if we can goon the Ghoul King. I don't think we're really going to be able to pull this off. Those Cryptors are going to do quite well against all my troops here. So I don't think we're going to have what it takes to actually win here, but like I said, maybe if we can get a quick goon on their Lord. These Exalted Bloodletters got a really clean flank on those Cryptors, and I'm still just not causing much damage. Our double team on the Ghoul King is going quite well. We're about to clean up the Vargulf too, which is going to be pretty sweet. And then if I can maybe sneak these Hounds through that hole. Let's get some help out over here. Gotta get rid of that Vargulf. Let's go ahead and throw some reinforcements up front. Yeah, we're crumbling over here. That Vargulf, though, needs to go down. He really needs to go down. He's gonna run off. Dadgummit. I'm gonna go see if I can get their Necromancer. You guys have got to stay on top of Ghoul King. He turned that fight around. I had him, but now my guy got out of position in this fight somehow. He got knocked around. Come on, get back in there. Get over there. No, get over there. Take out Ghoul King. And then did I get my Hounds? Yeah, I got my Hounds through. Dang, I'm about to lose this chariot over here. I should have pulled that out of the fight. Let's see if we can maybe snipe their Necromancer hero here. We're about to get rid of the Ghoul King. Okay, he's out, so that's gonna help. That's gonna help. I've got a hold of their Necromancer, but they've got reinforcements. That Vargulf didn't die, so now he's gonna be replenishing. Dang, he's got spears on the way to save him. We would have easily cut him down if those spears hadn't intervened. Alright, well, we gave it a shot. Gave it a shot. We have a few of their units hurting pretty good. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to finish it. I'm gonna double down for that Necromancer, because if we can kill him, it's a big deal. I just don't think I'm going to have enough units left to pull off the win, but when vampires lose their leadership, it usually turns south pretty quick for them. And we did. We just got rid of their leaders. Alright, so their leaders are out. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but let's swing over here, maybe see if we can clean up this fight and possibly still have enough units left to do something. I don't think it's going to turn out that way, but if I could get a good crumble going on over here, that'd be great. It's just the Cryptors have a lot of chevrons. It's getting really tricky for me to get rid of these units. Well, I mean, we accomplished part of the plan. I got the snipe in that I needed to get in, but it just wasn't enough because there was too many Cryptors here. But I mean, we did cause some pretty severe damage to the vampire army here. I'm pretty happy with that. We definitely hurt them. But I had army losses kick in here. Alright, see y'all back on the map. Alright, so there we go. Take out a Vargulf. Took out their Lord. Injured a few other units. I mean, obviously the AI is getting a ton of cheats here because of the difficulty level, so it's gonna be really hard to overcome Silver Chevron Cryptors with just total wrong units in my army, but hey, at least we cut some of that deficit we were running. And managed to take out some vampire leadership at the same time, and gather some skulls for the throne, I might add. Alright, what do we get here in the skull? You've called upon the blood god, and he has heard your cry. Let the bloodshed commence. What did we get? Skull throne. So we got extra campaign movement range. Construct. Really? The blood god gives us better construction time? Like like we're better at building skulls like Legos here. We get summoned from beyond, which is gonna be nice. It says blood host +2 units on creation. All right. Well, we lost a whole bunch of money too. I thought we had more favor than that. Oh, whatever. Let's continue some attacks here. Got our blood host that should be able to come and attack and finish those guys all by their lonesome. So I'm gonna take this army and see if I can rush back over here. Oh, the Beastmen took over camp here. I don't think I approve of that. Maybe we'll go crush the Beastmen on our way back over to crush the vampires. Gonna make a lot of enemies pretty quick, but you know, it is what it is. I'm proud of it. What we do, we take skulls. We don't ask questions. Non-aggression pact. Well, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have some friends around here, even if they're disgusting, filthy rats. Maybe even corn needs a friend sometimes, folks. Maybe he needs a skull to stick around with some skin on it for just long enough to have a buddy. And then, of course, later we'll harvest said skull to add it to the throne anyway, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's see. Oh, I see some skulls in the distance. I'm just gonna, like, throw this army into them over here. It says we're gonna lose. And honestly, we probably would. Let's see. Yeah, whatever, let's just throw them in. Throw them into the fire, that'll help Bertonia finish them off anyway. But now they'll be nice and damaged if those peasants want to finish things. And then that gets me back into the positive anyway, and we can keep fighting with our own army because those blood hosts are hitting us for a lot of... Yeah, I mean, you can't just come take settlements right here, Malagor. I mean, what'd you think was gonna happen, bro? Oh, look who it is. Wurzag. Wurzag the Ugly. You know what, let's kill some beastmen. I feel like killing some beastmen. Alright, after 3.5 minutes of fast forwarding as I crossed the map to the beastmen who were camping in the back in a boring manner. CA, please. Like, please. They don't have any skirmishing capability. Don't make them sit at the back of the map. Just please make them attack me. Like, why should the player have to fast forward through like 3 minutes of battle time? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. Okay? I don't get it. I'm gonna get up here and get on top of their leader. I've got my new units rolling in. We got our hounds too. We'll use them to run down these archers over here actually. The beastmen don't have much armor. They are going to suffer tremendously at the hands of my units here. All of my units are gonna be good against low armor. That's a massive debuff there too, so rest in pieces, you filthy beastmen mongrels. Skulls for the throne. I'm excited to see what you all end up with in this campaign. I'm being a little bit reckless, obviously, just declaring war on people everywhere, but I mean, I'm trying to be a little bit thematic here because, I mean, we are playing as Khorne, and I feel like we kind of should just be declaring war on pretty much anything that moves. I would say that has a beating heart, but we attack the vampires anyway, and I'm not even sure that they do. So, yeah. You know, regardless, there we go. Another victory for Skarbrand. Alright, so gonna take some more skulls for the throne. I'm gonna actually go ahead and just, ooh, if we occupy it, it takes skulls to occupy. Any kills in battle will supply you with skulls. So wait, cost skulls for us to occupy territory. Interesting. We need some territory, though, to be fair. But, I mean, it said there was a chance that we would, like, occupy stuff later. I'm trying to remember exactly how that works. Let's go ahead and occupy this one for now. I'll go ahead and use some of my skulls. It was in, like, the how they play message, and I don't remember if that pops up, like, I don't remember how you get back to it anyway, but I gotta go remember that. It's been a while. Wrathful Reaper. Statistics summary. Oh. Rename faction? Wait, we can rename the faction? Skulls for the McThrone. Oh, it almost fits. Here, let's call it Skulls for Scar Daddy. That's ridiculous. Rename your faction. I had no idea you could rename your faction. That's a new one on me. Alright, let's see. It would be nice to get up here and get this sustained by slaughter because it drops our army upkeep and will allow me to bring a whole lot more units to bear. And then this one gives us extra income from raiding. One drops a recruitment cost. I mean, income from raiding could be handy in the end. Probably won't play a huge role. We got Wurzag the Great over here. He sure does think he's great. Let's see. We need a couple of Furies to get after archers. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some Marauder Horsemen, too, for just a little bit of extra mobility. And let's end the turn. Yeah, let's pick up one more Marauder. Those are going to be useful. Let's pick up one more Marauder. That way we've got some actual, like, we've got some more units here. Anyway, there we go. Let's end this turn. Folks, I think it's going to be about all the time I have for this episode. I'm going to continue this, obviously, because I want to see what happens at least over, like, the first 20 turns, because we've created this insane scenario where we're going to see what all happens over the little bit. And, of course, what I may take the opportunity to do is, like, on the next episode, maybe skip ahead some turns and come back to you all and show you what's transpired. Or, you know, you all can tell me, like, down in the comments, like, if you feel like that you want to see some more details of exactly what happens here, that's fine. I'm happy to try and show that to you as well. So either way, I'm open to the idea. You all tell me what you want to see. Gorgazon was claimed for, yeah, so the Bretonnians did not finish them off. Well done. Well done, you filthy, stinking jerks. Flesh Hounds would be really nice to have as well. Ooh, and there's Forsaken there. Yeah, we got some stuff we need to do. We're a little bit short on cash. We'll get it from Cracking Skulls. Hope you all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. We'll be back soon, crushing some more skulls in the Skulls Challenge. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you then.